all the fans watching out on Periscope, and all the fans here tonight. Welcome to Game 4 and possibly Game 5 of the Griffle Ball World Series. First, let's get the introductions for the GasHouse Gorillas, the away team tonight. Here's their lineup for game number 4. Leading off, a 6-year GBL veteran and his 6th year with the GasHouse Gorillas. Playing in his 5th GBL World Series, the fielder, number 47, Jeremy Radishek. He also manages the GasHouse Gorillas and is the commissioner of the GBL. Batting second, a 5-year GBL veteran in his 5th year with the GasHouse Gorillas, playing in his 5th GBL World Series, the 2015 Cy Young Award winner, the starting pitcher for tonight, Jim Tucker. And now, let's meet the home team. Leading off, a 5-year GBL veteran in his 4th year with the Stallionaires, playing in his 2nd GBL World Series, the 2015 Gold Hands Award winner, the fielder, number 15, Nate Bryan. Then batting second, a rookie in the GBL, playing in his 1st GBL World Series, the 2015 reliever of the year, the starting pitcher for tonight, number 5, David Kunapasik. And now if you'd all please stand, face the flag, and kindly remove your hats, it is time to honor America with our country's national anthem.
Sweaty handshakes.
Here we are, ready to go for Game 4 of the Griffle Ball World Series. The Stallionaires are down 0-3 in this GBL World Series, and they're going to have to do some work if they want to win this series. And leading off for the GasHouse Gorillas is Jeremy Radishek. First pitch to him from David Kunapasik, the starter for tonight for the Stallionaires. Ball. Second pitch, 2-0. Kunapasik on the mound so far. 0-1 in 9 innings pitched with a 3.89 ERA. Having himself a good little postseason. So now 4 balls to Rat to lead off the game here. And takes ball 5, so Rat gets on base. And up next for the GasHouse Gorillas is Jim Tucker.
Today's Tom Sawyer, mean right.
So a man on first base to start the game for the GasHouse Gorillas. That's Kunapasik's 6th straight ball. Looking to find the strike zone. He does. He's going to get Tucker to ground out as he lets it go through his legs right to Nate in the field for the first out of the inning. And up next, once again for the GasHouse Gorillas, here's Jeremy Radishek. Walked in his first at-bat on 5 straight balls. Radishek this postseason batting .500, leading the league in home runs, RBIs, and postseason average, and gets a hold of one right there down the third base line, but goes into the tree and lands foul. So just a long strike for the first pitch to Radishek. Whiffs through another. Strike 2. Kunapasik bringing the cheddar, as Nate says in the field. Count now 1-2 as it hits the pole. Rag gets a hold one, but Kunapasik's all over it on the mound. So after a leadoff walk, the Stallionaires are going to the bottom of the first, holding GasHouse scoreless. Leading off the top of the first for the Stallionaires here is Nate Bryan. Injured his shoulder earlier in the week. We'll see if he can handle it today. First pitch from Tucker, the GasHouse Gorillas starting pitcher. Strike one. Count 0-1 here to Nate to lead off the game. Takes one off the table there, make it 0-2. And Nate winces at the plate. And he gets in the strikeout on the bat, almost hits the media. As Tucker leads off the game with a strikeout. And up next for the Stallionaires here is David Kunapasic. Didn't play in game 3. First pitch to him, strike one, as it bounces off the cement. Tucker, so far this World Series, has not allowed a run. Second pitch, high heat from Tucker to make it 0-2. And this could possibly be a quick 1-2 inning for Jim Tucker in the bottom of the first. And it will, as Tucker gets Nate and Kunapasic to strike out. And we're going to the top of the second. And no scores to lead off the top of the second. Here's Jim Tucker. His first at bat, grounded out to Nate Bryan. But here, first pitch hits the top of the strike zone for strike number 1. Count now 0-1. Tucker hits a grounder right back to Kunapasic, and he's all over it for the first out of the inning. And next up for the GasHouse Gorillas, here is Jeremy Radishak. So far today, 0 for 1. And Kunapasic having himself a good day on the mound to start. Getting a couple of quick outs. First pitch to him, low for ball number 1. Next pitch, Rat gets a hold of one, but I don't think it's going to carry as Nate's all over it in the field. And another quick inning for Kunapasic as we're going to the bottom of the second, still scoreless. What's up? Yeah. First for Nate Bryan. Oh, for Nate Bryan, for the Stallionaires. He's going to be batting one-handed here. First pitch, strike one. My apologies for not turning off the music. So 0-1 the count here to Nate. Second pitch, doesn't go, ball 1. 1-1 the count. Can't believe he held up there. He hurt himself. Good pitch from Tucker to make it strike 2. Shoulder injury for Nate Bryan. It's not working, he says, at the plate. 2-2 now the count.
That was a solid check swing. I don't know how I held that.
Nate so far this postseason hit .414. Doesn't help his cause there as he strikes out as Tucker gets his 3rd strikeout of the game. And up next for the Stallionaires, David Kunapasic, the most interesting walk-up song in the league with Britney Spears. We're ready to go here for the next batter in the bottom of the second. Tucker on the mound, dealing 3 strikeouts so far. And Kunapasic gets a hold of one, fouls it off for strike number 1. Next pitch, good fastball, make it strike 2. Tucker hasn't given up a run in this World Series so far. As Kunapasic half-heartedly check swings there, but gets a piece of it for a foul tip, so the count remains 0-2. Into the cement, ball 1. Good waste pitch there. See if you can get Kunapasic to chase. Dave did not. Good pitch on the inside. Try to get him to do the same thing. So count now 2-2. Tucker so far this postseason has a 0.29 ERA. The only run coming off a home run by Chris Bartley in the first round of the playoffs. Count now 3-2. After getting 2 straight strikes, Tucker has dealt 4 straight balls. The Stallionaires could get something going here if Kunapasic can get on base. Count it full, 4-2. Tucker this postseason, 4 wins to go along with that 0.29 ERA. As he walks them, then up next for the Stallionaires, we have Nate Bryan. Nate so far 0 for 2 today. 2 strikeouts. Swings through a good pitch from Tucker. So just missed the top of the strike zone, but a good pitch either way. Tries to get him to swing at it again. Now it's 1-1. Nate Bryant's been the most consistent Stallionaires hitter so far this postseason, leading his team in average. So far today, not going too well, as Tucker is once again. Is that a strike? Low? Thanks. Count now 2-1. Nate gets a hold of one, but just a little bit late on that as it goes into the grass down the right field line. 2-2. Nate fouls it off again. Battling at the plate, count remains at 2-2. Tucker ready for the next pitch. So is Nate. Low for ball number 3. So count now 3-2.
Heads up.
Usually Jim Tucker doesn't get behind in many counts so far this postseason. Today, in the second inning here, he's gotten behind Kunapasik and now Nate.
He was actually ahead the whole time.
Shh, don't tell anybody that. And it looks like Nate chops one down the right field line, but it was just slow enough for Tucker to get over there for the second out of the inning. And we're going to the top of the third, same score, 0-0. And here to lead off the top of the third inning, Jim Tucker of the GasHouse Gorillas. So far in today's game, 0 for 2.
Took my hat off over there. I did not hear you guys sing. Oh, wow. We appreciate that.
First pitch from Kunapasik, strike 1.
Yeah. We've been out here.
Count now 0-1. Good pitch from Kunapasik, make it 0-2. Both pitchers have not allowed a hit so far in today's game. Ooh, Tucker gets a hold of one, but just a little bit late on it. Count remains at 0-2. 1-2 now, as it bounces off the bottom of the lawn chair for ball 1. Next pitch, high for ball number 2. Count now 2-2. Tucker gets a hold of one. That could be the first hit of the game, and it will. Tucker gets one down past Kunapasik in the right field for a single. And up next for the GasHouse Gorillas, here's Jeremy Radishak. Radishak so far in today's game, 0 for 2 with a walk. Still has the worst walk-up song in the league. Don't forget to mention that. Voted as by the GBL players themselves. Looks like we're ready to go as the GasHouse Gorillas got to Kunapasik here in the top of the third with a single. Nobody out and man on first. First pitch from Kunapasik, the Rat. Little high for ball 1. Just missed the lawn chair by an inch. But Rat gets a hold of one, but Nate's all over it for the first out of the inning. Then up next for the GasHouse Gorillas is Jim Tucker, who singled in his last at-bat during the inning. And we are ready to go here. Man on first, 1 out. A little low for ball 1. Count now 1-0. Tucker gets a hold of one. It could carry. Will it? Oh. I think Nate may have got his feet in.
Wow. Yeah, I think you got it.
What another amazing play by Nate Bryant and right to end the top of the third. And there's a reason why they call him Gold Hands for the last, how many seasons? 3? 4? 3 seasons. Tuck getting ready for the first pitch. Takes a little longer than usual. First pitch strike. Good fastball from Tucker. Count 0-1. Ooh, high pitch. Kunapasik decides to swing. It's now 0-2 as it goes foul into the right field grass. Score still 0-0 here. Bottom of the third. Another foul ball almost into the same exact area. So the count remains 0-2. Kunapasik so far this postseason hitting .353. And today he is 0 for 1 with a walk. And Tucker, good off-speed pitch to strike out Kunapasik. And up next for the Stallionaires, Nate Bryant. Nate so far in today's game. We have the Periscope link up there. That's live, and this is just for later. Probably maybe 15 on the broadcast over there. First pitch from Nate. Strike one. Nate gets a hold of one, but grounds it out right back to Jim Tucker for the second out of the inning. And we're going to the top of the fourth. Still no score. And up next, lead off the top of the fourth. Is Jeremy Radishak. First pitch to him, ball one from the new pitcher on the mound, Nate Bryan. Oh, jeez. As the wiffle ball comes right back at us. Count now 1-1. 2-1 as the infamous Nate ball right there. Nate dealing with some shoulder pain. 3-1 the count now. Nate, so far this postseason on the mound, got a 1.67 ERA with one loss. Gets Radishak to swing at an outside pitch for strike two. Count now 3-2 here in the top of the fourth. Rad gets a hold of one to the opposite field for a single. So just like in game 3, the GasHouse Gorillas get to Nate Bryan in the fourth with a single. Let's see if they can keep it up here as Jim Tucker comes to the mound. Oh, or play. Thank you for the correction, sir. So Jim Tucker at the plate or lawn chair, not the mound. The man on first, nobody out. First pitch from Nate, behind Tucker for ball one. Count now 1-0. A little low, make it 2-0. Just missed the bottom left corner of the lawn chair. A little low and outside there. 3-0. Nate definitely wincing on the mound. It's going to be a very tough situation for Nate Bryan as his shoulder is definitely hurting. Count 3-0, man on first. Oh, Tucker looks like he got jammed there for the first out of the inning. So with one out, Rat steps to the plate with a chance. Maybe a triple here can bring in a run. The man on first and one out. Nate pitching well on the mound, only giving up one earned run this World Series and this postseason on the mound. First pitch, the Radishak gets a hold of it, and it's gone for a 2-run home run. Oh, it's a triple. Correction, he triples, and the score is now 1-0, GasHouse Gorillas.
There's in the corner, there's can line.
Really close to a home run there. May have missed it by a few inches or centimeters. Very hard to tell from this angle. Camera can't tell, but I'll have to tell you for you. Hit it down the left field line into the left field corner. Had the distance, just didn't get enough. And Tucker singles right after that to score and make it 2-0. GasHouse Gorillas here in the top of the fourth. And the GasHouse Gorillas can feel it. Up 2-0. If they win this game, they win the whole league. They'll be their fourth straight championship. Let's see if the Stallionaires can hold them here. The minimal damage. Man on first, one out. Radishak gets a hold of one. Can Nate run it down? He will. Good effort by Nate Bryan on the mound to get the second out of the inning. But the damage has been done. We're going to the bottom of the fourth. Score, GasHouse 2, Stallionaires 0 on the top of the fourth. David Kudopasik leading off, batting lefty. Haven't seen that all year. Tucker still throwing a no-hitter on the mound. It's already through one in game number 1 of this World Series. And gets Kudopasik the swing at strike number 1. Strike 2. And mid at bat, Kudopasik goes back to the right side of the plate. Down 0-2 in the count. And Tucker gets Kudopasik to strike out. Tucker is dealing on the mound. And up next for the Stallionaires, Nate Bryan. First pitch, ball 1. Tucker so far today, 5 strikeouts. Has only faced 8 batters. This will be the 9th. 2-0 the count. Stallionaires need a couple of base runners here, and maybe one big swing can get them right back in this. They have not scored a run this entire World Series. Good pitch from Tucker. Fastball right down the middle. 2-1. Ooh, good off-speed pitch, and Tucker gets the ground out on the mound, and we're going to the top of the 5th inning. GasHouse still up 2-0. Dude, this is difficult. This is very, very difficult.
Monday warrior, mean strike. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean strike.
We're ready to go here in the top of the 5th. GasHouse Gorillas looking for some insurance, as they know they are 2 outs away from winning it all. First pitch from Nate. Nate ball 1. 1-0 the count. 2-0.
I like the tournaments. They have like actual umpires.
They do. Ooh, 3-0. 4-0 the count now.
I have to like shake them too.
Yeah, we're gonna shake it.
And Tucker leads off the top of the 5th with a walk. And up next for the GasHouse Gorillas here is Jeremy Radishak. Radishak got an RBI triple in the last inning. Give the GasHouse Gorillas a early lead, which Tucker built on with the next hit. So it's 2-0 here in the top of the 5th still with a man on first base, nobody out. First pitch, good pitch from Nate. It's a diced under Radishak's bat for strike number 1. The count now 0-1. Low again, so ball 1. 1-1 to count now. Radishak gets a hole in one, and that's going to go for a 2-run bomb. And the GasHouse Gorillas now have a 4-0 lead, as Radishak gives the GasHouse Gorillas the insurance they needed. And this one could be all but over going into the bottom of the 5th, but the top of the 5th ain't done yet. As Tucker here, right after that home run, will lead off. I don't know which one is it. As Tucker gets a hole in for, yeah, if he throws that header. First pitch, Tucker fouls it off into the left field.
Twice in the series, you can't really.
Yeah, you can't say I know. You postseason.
Yeah.
0-1 the count.
There's no such a word, but.
Oh, Tucker just gets on top of one, and I think Nate's going to get this one. No, he's going to let Kunapasa get it. Someone's got to get it for the out. And Nate finally gets it for the first out of the inning.
Just wait till this gets to the end.
So there's one out there. GasHouse up 4-0. Radishak hit a 2-run home run in his last at-bat. And we are ready here for Radishak versus Brian. First pitch. Strike 1. Good pitch from Nate. Keeping it low and inside away from Radishak's hot zones. As he hits him, count now 1-1-1. Low 2-1-1. The GasHouse Gorillas can feel it. They can taste the wine or champagne already.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure what it is.
Well, champagne is wine, isn't it? Yes, that's it.
Rat gets a hold of another one, and it's going to land for a double out and left.
Cycle? What do you get? Is that it? Is that the cycle?
Yes. And Radishak now hit for the cycle during today's game. A single and a triple in the 4th, and then a home run and a double here in the top of the 5th.
That's the only person in stat trick. Gotta keep it in the back of the mind.
So Radishak hits for the cycle, and Tucker's got a no-hitter going. And here's Jim Tucker here after a double by Radishak. Good pitch from Nate, strike 1. 0-1 the count now here to Tuck. 0-2 as he fouls one off into the right field grass. Fouls off another one. Tucker battling at the plate with 2 strikes. Up 4-0 here. Ooh, good pitch from Nate. Almost hit the inside corner of the lawn chair. It's going to be ball 1. 1-2 the count.
Yep.
You don't call it the strike zone.
Yeah,
I've always liked the lawn short. You guys.
Yeah.
Say that.
It's like a perfect strike zone. How it is.
Count out 1 and 2. Ooh, a little bit outside. 2 and 2.
Perfect letters to these.
3 and 2. After getting ahead, Tucker 0 and 2. 3 straight balls from Nate. Count now 3 and 2.
Just hang out. Having a good time. Thinking about personal stats.
Ooh, 4 and 2. As Nate seems to be barely missing the strike zone. Man on second, 1 out. Tucker gets a hold of one down the third base line, just foul. So it wraps around the opposite side of the tree. Into foul territory. So the count's going to remain full here at 4 and 2. The man on second, 1 out. GasHouse already scored 2 in the inning, up 4-0 in the top of the 5th. Nate looking just to hold here as he tries to get Tucker out for the last out of the inning. Almost does, but just misses as he walks him. So our man now on first and second with just 1 out. And up next, the man who hit for the cycle today here is Jeremy Radishak. First pitch to him, ball 1. Radishak was very kind to remind me that he hit for the cycle, his last at bat. And I think he's going to hit another home run there, make it 7-0 GasHouse Gorillas. As they blew the doors wide open here in this inning. And it's going to take a miracle comeback from the Stallionaires in the bottom of the 5th for this one to see a Game 5. And up next for the GasHouse Gorillas after another home run from Radishak. Here's Jim Tucker. First pitch from Nate. Strike 1. Count out 0-1. 1-1 is a little bit low there. 2-1. Nate has a quick pace on the mound here. 3-1. Four and 1 the count now, with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. 4 and 2, another full count here. GasHouse up 7-0 in the top of the 5th inning. Looking to add a little bit more as the season is drawing to a close here in Game 4 of the World Series. Tucker hits one back towards Kunapasik, and Kunapasik gets the second out of the inning. But the GasHouse Gorillas put a crooked number on the scoreboard, and we're going to the bottom of the 5th. GasHouse 7, Stallionaires 0. Here in the bottom of the 5th, here's David Kunapasik. Tucker throwing another no-hitter here. First pitch high for ball number 1. Tucker up 7-0. He's got a big lead, but if he gives up 1 hit, Radishak's going to have to come in. Second pitch to Kunapasik, strike 1. He drops that one off the table. Count now 1-1. Ooh, good fastball from Tucker, 1-2. And you can just feel the anticipation from the fans, ready to go crazy. As the GasHouse Gorillas team locker room has already rolled out. And, oh, and there it goes. The bat didn't go very far as it hits the pole. Not the best of bat tosses from the Stallionaires, because they've had some few good ones. That's
You guys are kind of gave up on bowling, right? Now you're pissed at this game. I got pissed at golf. This way.
I'm using this bat.
And up next, 1 out left here in the GBL World Series. Tucker dealing here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 out away from his second no-hitter of the World Series, and 1 out away from the GasHouse Gorillas' 4th consecutive championship. Make it 0-2, as Nate is still wincing at the plate here. Can I get that on video? Count now 0-2. Could be the last strike. Nate prolongs the celebration as he fouls it off down the third base line.
Oh, that bat's fine. Not as much as this one, though.
And it's over. The GasHouse Gorillas have won their 4th straight GBL World Series. as Tucker throws his second no-hitter of the World Series.
I thought you had more innings than that. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And the GasHouse Gorillas
That's
have
why I
done
did
it.
that.
It's been a fun season, folks. The GasHouse Gorillas win their 4th consecutive championship as they're going to pop the bubbly here. Congrats for the Stallionaires on an outstanding season, making it to their 2nd straight GBL World Series. Don't hit me with this.
I'm trying to.
And here's the celebration. Any day now. You guys suck at this. Hold on. Rat, scoot over a little bit to the left so I can get both you guys. No, left.
Dude, just open it first and then shake it up. Sickening that the.
This is the worst cell. There it is. Oh, God.
Oh, that's all over the computer and everything.
Oh, it just missed the computer. As the GasHouse Gorillas celebrate their 4th consecutive championship. May want to drink some of that. There you go. And that'll do it for the 2015 GBL Championship.
Yes.
The World Series, the Fall Classic, is won by the GasHouse Gorillas.
I'm Tyler Walk, the 2015 GBL Media Coordinator. I'm here with the winning manager of the GBL World Series in the GasHouse Gorillas. You have now won your 4th consecutive GBL World Series. Radishak, how does it feel?
Feels great. I've been lucky enough to have this winning 4 years in a row now. It's a great day for the GasHouse Gorillas franchise. It's a great day for myself, Jim Tucker, Ryan Gallagher, and Nick Bobowski. And Zach McIntyre, I can't forget him.
Can you reflect on some of the past moments this 2015 season?
Yeah, we had we had our ups and downs this year. We had a lot of doubters there mid-season. We had a couple losses there in a row. Everyone expected the GasHouse to always just kind of, after the last few years, just to kind of breeze through the regular season. But we had a tough regular season. There was teams that emerged and defeated us a few times. So it was a good test, though. I felt like that made us stronger for the postseason and the World Series. And once the playoffs hit, we took our game up a notch, and we felt really confident. We kind of knew that we were just, as long as we did our thing, we would come out with our 4th straight title.
Jeremy, thank you. Thanks for putting together the league. Thanks for having a wonderful 2015 season. Congratulations on another championship. I'll let you get back to celebrating.
Thanks. It's been the best year for Griffle Ball, so I'm thrilled. Already can't wait for next year.
All right, have a good night, Rat. I'm here with Jim Tucker, our 2015 World Series MVP. Here you go. It's a nice little trophy. You're welcome. You threw your 2nd no-hitter in game number 4. Tell me, how does it feel? You've been on fire this season on the mound.
I feel great. I mean, halfway through the year, we're looking at each other. Ups and downs. The record wasn't where we wanted it to be, but with a guy like Rat and a guy like Gallagher, you always kind of knew that we had more, and it all kind of fell together. I mean, I got a lot of wins. Things went well, but I wouldn't have had those wins without the offense and the defense that we have behind him and the team that Rat put together. So it all kind of came together, and I'm just a victim of fortunate circumstance, really.
All right, can you reflect on some of your favorite memories so far through the 2015 season? Well, besides the 2 no-hitters.
Well, anytime you played Taka, we had a really good game. Those guys were great for the league, whether they were on the court or just in support. Those guys really re-energized the league for us. The 2 no-hitters were great. I mean, they kind of came out of nowhere. And just being a part of the league again for another year, it's awesome.
All right, congratulations, Tucker, on the World Series win.
Thank you.
And the MVP.
Thank you.
I'll let you get back to celebrating.
Thank you.
And I'm Tyler Walk for your 2015 Griffle Ball season. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next year. Wiffle out.